Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to my tarot table. My name is Ginger, and I'll be doing a tarot reading, oracle card reading for the consciousness of Capricorn for the month of July 2025. I almost said 2022. I got this glare on my glasses. It's kind of driving me crazy, so I may have my head down a little bit. Anyway, Capricorn, there is a lot of, a lot of Capricorn, you're the achiever. You accomplish, you achieve. You're a leader. You're guiding groups of people to down the right path. Right now, you're being asked to put your 2 feet on the ground. Stand up and put your 2 feet on the ground and take in a nice deep breath and let it out and feel the weight of your body on your feet, holding up the weight of your body so that you are grounded. And take another deep breath and let it out. You have permission. I have a lot written down here. You have permission from your guides, from your spirit guides, to let go of the titles and the tasks and the work and the ambition, because I'm not sure if you even know what your ambition is right now. So you're being asked to leave achievement aside. It's not as though you have to stop moving. You're not being asked to stop moving, but you're being asked to take some time to remember what it is that you really want to accomplish, because things have changed for you in a big way. Um, it's not any one thing, and it could be a big thing. It could be not any one thing. It could be a big thing, and then it could be a lot of little things around it. But you're at a point where you know you need to stop and say, what really am I doing this for? What what am I focusing on? Do I even love to do that anymore? What is the desire of my heart? What have I been wanting to accomplish from the beginning? Because you were accomplishing that for a while, but things have changed. Things have changed. It's as though you're in the same building, but all the people are different and the furniture is different, but you're the same. Well, you're not the same. You're different. And you really shouldn't even be in that building anymore. That's what I want to say. It's time to remember now the desires of your heart, and it's time to get in line with that. I have a couple of pages here. It's time to get in line with that. The guides were very wordy, or maybe it's me. Um, I think you're noticing that even if it's daydreams, you're having dreams, visions, and subtle impressions of what is the essence of you. It's like your architecture. You take away the titles and the tasks and the accomplishment and the achievement, and what are you left with? You're left with this architecture of who you are. You're an earth sign. You are the builder. So let's talk about it in that way. The architecture of you is the original architecture when you take all that away. And now you need to, from the inside, rebuild. From the inside, you're going to rebuild up and out. What do you want to build? Because you are the feet on the floor, you're standing in new soil. It's like your guides, when you were sleeping one night, dug out your backyard and put in all this new soil and put the grass back on top because that old soil was not fertile enough. It wasn't rich. It was kind of clay where you couldn't grow anything and your feet get stuck in the mud. That's not where you're at anymore. So you are, you're a steward, Capricorn. you can be a steward of many things, of money, of resources, of people. Um, you're a guide for people. And it's sort of like the work that you do is sacred work. But I don't think you're doing sacred work right now. I think you're just working to get a paycheck. So it's time to start thinking about what was your original intention of getting as far as you've gotten. All right. And you can grow, you can bloom where you're planted, but like your guide said to me, the soil is all new. So whatever you're blooming is going to be vibrant and whole and full of integrity. And integrity is the name of the game for you, Capricorn. All right, let's get into your tarot reading and see what we get. All right, so I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Uh, the cards I'm using right now were created by a friend of mine who is a channeler. She's an artist and a channeler, and she channels her art. So each of the cards, she did a full size painting of each of these cards. And she channeled the information in the book too. What an incredible accomplishment for her. Talk about accomplishment. And I don't even know that she's a Capricorn. All right, here we go. Capricorn, guides and angels. What would you like Capricorn to know? Coherence. It makes sense. Archangel Zadkiel. Coherence. So looks like there's a bunch of feathers and focus on the light. You're going to be changing your focus. Let's see what it says. Coherence, number 45. 40, wow. Interesting. 9 is the end of a cycle. 4 and 5 is 9. Numerologically, that's the end of a cycle. I think you're the third reading I've done in this series where people have had a 9 in these cards. Not this particular card, but others that added up to 9. Archangel Zadkiel. It is I, Archangel Zadkiel, who is by your side as you begin to transmute and let go of past ways of existing which you have outgrown. There is no need for condemnation or regrets. There is only growth and forward momentum as you shed that which is not to your liking and begin anew with what you have gained in knowledge. It is I, Archangel Zadkiel, who remains loyal by your side as you transgress the many encounters that left you feeling less than, remorseful, or in guilt. For these experiences are laden with opportunities for expansion and recognition of the duality within. These are gifts to awaken your soul connection, your lifeline to your higher self, and I am presence. Go forward now knowing I am your companion in transgressing these tumultuous times, so that you may begin to savor and recognize the beauty you hold within. Look inwards for your confirmation. Look inwards for your acceptance, for you are here to serve yourself first and foremost, and in doing so will serve all. Be the element of grace and harmony you wish to see in the world, and you will in turn see its majesty reflected back to you tenfold. So let's see. All right. You are transitioning worlds. You are transitioning worlds from within. What you have experienced up to this point has served you immensely on your journey back to your most authentic self. Make no qualms about the past, for it serves to remind you of the lessons learned. This is a time for honing your focus and rooting deeply into your soul, while at the same time expanding evermore the vastness of your influence. Unfurl your energetic wings and set the atmosphere you wish to partake in. Henceforth, you are establishing the reality you wish to imbibe. There are no boundaries, simply unlimited potential for what it is your divine self desires for you. Come into oneness with your intention and take delight in its manifestations. And coming into oneness with your intention, that's aligning, and that is integrity. That is alignment, and that is integrity. That's a nice, let's see who's on the bottom. Oh, you have Archangel Raziel, magical elixir. And it's interesting because it's Well, these are archangels, so maybe the cards are all the same, but look at the similarity. So Archangel Raziel is at the bottom of the deck here. Okay. Next, I'm using Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation. These are portals. These are light portals. So let's see what kind of thresholds you're going to be crossing, or a threshold. Let's see what do we have for Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Spirit guides for the consciousness of Capricorn. One more shuffle. Okay, here we go. Shambhala initiations. Wow. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. What did I have in the notes here? Something about retreat. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. What is it's something here about retreat. Oh, sacred retreating. So it's like, you know, you don't have to actually go on retreat, but you are going through. Hopefully, you will take the time to have a sacred retreat. It could be, on the beach. It could be a weekend in the mountains with your family if you're on vacation, just, saying, see you guys later. You go ahead, hike. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and just read my book. It's a retreat, all right. Shambhala intention. So I'm going to look at this one, see what Kyle Gray says about this. Here we go. Shambhala is also Shangri-La, a city of light said to be hidden somewhere in the Himalayas near Tibet. Okay. Your message. When things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body, to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. I can't make this shit up. I mean, it's just so, going along with my notes. All right, let's see. Well, I didn't, it didn't come from me. It was channeled. So, all right. And finally, Sacred Destiny Oracle. Some cards from there. These are really pretty. All these cards are pretty, but this is a really big deck. Here we go. Capricorn. Blessings. Wow. Looks like a retreat. Yellow makes me think of joy. Yellow is not really a calm color, but that pink is. I'm going to say a joyful calm. Being in nature is a place where we can be joyfully calm and just listen. And just listen and enjoy what's around us. Yeah, listening is very important this month. So let's get to the tarot, Capricorn. Let's get to the tarot. Let's see what tarot has to offer you. had lights, Walter, poor Walter, he's in the dark there. I put a candle by him, but I had lights around the baseboard, of my place, and they kind of, that's never happened to me, those little LED lights. It's never happened that they've gone kaput, but they went kaput. So I have to get new ones, I guess, because it's kind of dark back there. We like the light here, so. Okay, here we go, Capricorn. See what light Capricorn is going to be shining for the month of July. Hey, your situation is the, oh my God, I can't. So you want to talk about a sacred retreat? The Hermit. The Hermit is a sacred retreat. It is your inner sanctuary. It's where your wisdom resides, right? And so here's this cat. This is a cat tarot deck. So here's a cat watching, just laying there watching the fireflies. It's just checking it out, relaxing, looking at all the lights. Wow, that's a retreat. That's an inner retreat, a very personal retreat. That's your situation. Well, that's really pretty. So the cat is in, these are two trees, and is in the, sitting in the tree, looking at these fireflies. Okay, oh, this is interesting. What crosses you, and you're not the first person who got this crossing them, is the devil. Because, when you're wanting to sit in a nice retreat and relax and just bliss out, who's going to come along? The devil, because it's going to, the devil is an energy that just wants to take you off your path, distract you from relaxing and enjoying yourself. The mind's working, working, working. And when the devil comes up, the devil's going to say to you, you don't have time for this. You have too much to do. But your guides are asking you to let go of the titles and the tasks and the achievement for right now. You don't have a lot to do. Unless you do. And that's up to you. So that crosses you for good or bad, and I'm going to say it's a challenge. The reason the reading is taking place, this is the card at the bottom, is the Magician. The Magician's job, oh my God, this is such a great card for you, Capricorn. The job of the Magician is to bring, is to manifest God's will on earth. As above, so below. As within, so without. So this is a card of manifestation. You are in manifestation mode. You're thinking, what am I bringing into the world? Whatever is around us is what's in our mind. It is what we believe in, and what we believe we're worth, and what we believe we're worthy of. And yeah, sure, we can be working toward greater things. But all in all, what's around us is our thought process, and that's what we manifest. You are manifesting something new, and it's not, it is something very different. It could be in the same field of work, or whether you volunteer or work, or whatever it is that you do, it can be in the same field, but you're going to be doing something very different, because what you're doing now it's not from your heart. I mean, you do it because you want it, because of who you are. That's what you do. You do the right thing. But this is where your passion comes in. And so you're going to find out what it is you've been wanting to do for years. And you're going to find a way to do that. And your guides are going to be helping you. Yep. In the recent past, we have the Empress. That's how you felt. It was, I'm going to say, it wasn't easy street, but I'm going to say it was kind of like easy street. And you did not take that for granted. You did not take that for granted. The Empress does not take it for granted that she has everything she would ever need. And why does she have everything she would ever need? Because she is God's beloved, and you are God's beloved, and I am God's beloved. So We have the capacity to have everything we need in any moment. It's all about our belief system. This is in the recent past, but something has changed here, and you're not feeling like the Empress anymore. She's very creative, generous, loving, kind. She is receptive where the Emperor is, what do I want to say? Receptive and action oriented. The Emperor is action oriented. She is receptive. It's the feminine as opposed to the masculine. And that doesn't mean that you have to do certain things. I'm not going to put labels, but it's just, who you are. It's a feminine energy of great abundance, great creativity, connection to the divine and to the earth. She is definitely connected to the earth. Okay. You are an earth sign. Oh, interesting. At the top of the reading, this card points to the outcome of the reading, and it is the Seven of Pentacles. And what do you know? Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus are all earth signs. Your tarot suit, we have 4 suits in the tarot, just like in a deck of playing cards. Your suit is Pentacles. It's the material world. This is the 7 of Pentacles. So the cat, so we got that nice bright sun. We got a bird soaring overhead. The cat is looking at this beautiful tree that has lots of fruit on it. And the fruit is called Pentacles. It's money. What this cat has been, the cat planted this tree and helped it to grow. And look at how it's grown. Amazing. And the cat is looking at that saying, wow, look at what I made. Look at what I created. He's sort of like done all the hard work and now he's sitting back saying, wow, I can't believe that I created that. That is amazing. I'm really impressed. Even I'm impressed with myself. That's this card is pointing to the outcome, and this is what you're looking to do. You're looking to create something that, when you're finished with a part of it or whatever you're going to be doing, you finish part of it, you walk away and you come back the next day and you're like, oh my God, I did that. That's really good work. I'm pretty amazed that I did that, So you can even amaze yourself because that is the creativity that you have. You have the ability to impress even yourself. In the near future, we have the Nine of Swords, and this is the card of worry and anxiety. Worry, 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 anxiety. Sleep, not being able to sleep at night, letting, the squirrel brain. We do that because we're worried. The self-talk that tells us, I got to keep going, I got to keep going, because if I don't, oh my God, everything's going to fall apart. Your guides have already told me you don't have anything to worry about. You don't. You put one foot in front of the other, Capricorn, you get it done. You're not gonna lose your livelihood. We're hoping, the point is that your livelihood will change, but not in this moment. You don't have anything to worry about. Everything is okay, even though it's changing. It's human nature to worry, right? It's change. We don't know what's coming. I'm going to tell you what's coming is good, because right now your energy is that of the High Priestess. And that is, I think, part of the information I got. Oh, didn't I say that? The dream and vision and all that. Pay attention to your dreams and visions and all the subtle little intuitive nuances that you're going to be feeling and hearing and seeing and dreaming. The High Priestess. That's your subconscious mind, and it speaks in symbols, and it's very subtle. Sometimes it's not very subtle. Most of the time it is. So you really have to listen and pay attention. The cat is paying close attention. So pay attention to those psychic hits that you get, those feelings, those like, anything that you're getting that you're like, did I just think that? Did I make that up? Write that kind of stuff down because it's leading you to something new. Oh my God. Here's the best card in the tarot deck. And it's the energy around you. So I'm going to say it's the energy that supports you, and it's the sun. The sun card is, there's nothing better than the sun in the world. The sun is what allows us to live. Without the sun, we wouldn't be able to live. So the sun is innocence. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. Even though you're along the way, so it's sort of like, okay. It's like, you go to high school, then you go to college, and then maybe you get your master's and your doctorate. So it's along the same path. You're not leaving that path. But at the end, where you are right now, something new is beginning because things in life have taught you certain facts about this path that you're on, and it helps you to discern what you really want. Yeah, you want to stay on that path. That's your decision to stay on the path, maybe, or maybe not. But I'm going to say you're going to stay on the path, but you're going to have a new focus because really you've accomplished all that you need to in the area where you are right now. It's time for you to break out. And how are you going to do that? I'll tell you what, it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be something that's forced. It's going to be a flow. And you're not the first sign that I've said that to for this month. There is a lot of flow. There is a lot of preparation that's already been done that you're not aware of. You've got the sun, and that is a really good sign that you're moving, that this reading is moving in the right direction for you. And hopes and dreams or hopes and fears. The Ten of Swords is a card that says, I am done. That cat is done, right? So the Ten of Swords is depicting someone who has put those swords in themselves. They have condemned themselves from the beginning to the end, and they are done. They're not doing this anymore. It's over. They're done. They're doing something different. Maybe they did this to try to prove to someone how dedicated they are. But that person, say your boss doesn't care about you, doesn't care if you're dedicated or not. Just get your work done, but yet it's important to you that you're dedicated. So be dedicated. This kind of proving yourself to other people is unnecessary, no longer necessary. All you have to do, Capricorn, is do what you do because you are really good at what you do. My mom was a Capricorn. She did good work all the time. My mother did whether she was sewing or at her job she was a bookkeeper. She was an accountant, so she could do. She was really good at it. My mom didn't just sew; she could sew upholstery. She could sew a whole suit. She could sew all kinds of things, and she did beautiful work. So when my mom was your accountant, you didn't just get an accountant, your books were right. You know what I mean? And she would look for things to help the business, maybe save in taxes or this or that, and that's who Capricorn is. That's what Capricorn does. But, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody because you know what? You have integrity and you are respected. You have the credentials. And you can do it, and you don't need to prove it to anybody. Those days having to prove yourself that way are over. You're a big girl now, or a big boy. Put your big girl, big boy pants on because you're in a world where you are the leader. You are the leader. And what a beautiful card to end the reading with. So the Seven of Pentacles points to the outcome. Wow, I did that work. Guess what? You have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is magical. He is mystical. He is the guy who loves a good adventure, and he will take You want to go? Come on, let's go. We're going to go on this adventure. He's a great leader. He is generous. He's funny. He's humorous. He wants to support you. He wants to encourage you along the journey, help you to do what you think you can't, because he knows that you can do it. He's like the coach. Great. What and the energy the guy has. Um, he is very charming, right? He's very charming. And oh my God, everybody loves this guy. You want to be around him. This is the outcome. This is you. This is you. When you're ready to do this thing, this is going to be what your energy is like. And this is the kind of stuff that you're going to see coming out of you. That's what you're going to be manifesting. That is what you're going to be manifesting. And it is going to be like the joy of your life, because here's your joy. Here's joy. Here's joy. Here's joy. Here's joy. I mean, it's like you're going to be living in Shambhala, you know? It's the desire of your heart, Capricorn. That's where you're headed, to fulfill the desire, what you're here to do. So I am very excited. And I'm so excited that, I'm so excited when the cards go along with the channeled information that I get, and it really seems to line up. I'm going to pull you one more card. This is the Pixiekins deck. It's some cute characters. Uh, this is a deck that you can pull a card a day, for a message every day. And they're really cute. So let's see what the Pixiekins have for you, Capricorn. The the character's name is called Octo Girly. She's like an octopus. She's an Octo Girly. And it says learning a new way to think helps you to, oh my God. Learning a new way to think helps you master a new way to be. And that's the story there, Capricorn. That's the cherry on top. Thanks for joining me. And if you're enjoying the videos, please like and subscribe to help me grow my channel. I would really appreciate that. And if you care to leave a comment, that would be really helpful too. The more comments, the better. So thanks for joining me. Have a great July, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.